Give it up for Adam Morris, everybody. Let him hear it. Let him hear it.
So I've been in New York for about 10 years this year, and I've learned, probably like most of you, that dating can be brutal sometimes. I actually went on a date over the weekend. I wanted to make a good first impression. You know, you only get one chance to do that, so I'm like, I'm gonna take her to a really nice restaurant. So I take her to Uncle Sal's Pizza. And I'm asking the normal first date questions. What kind of porn do you watch? Are you current on your vaccinations? And do you have any pictures of your mother? Because, you know, I'm thinking 20 years down the road from now, I want to know what she's going to look like. So we're in line, we're waiting to get our pizza, and I said, you know, what do you want on it? She goes, I'm not picky, I'll take anything. So yeah, I get to the counter and I go, yo, let me get a large pie with bacon. And right away she goes, you're not going to order pineapple? So for me, you know, that's a red flag. Right away, I'm like, this is no good. I've seen this movie too many times. She's already starting off with the Jedi mind tricks. But I'm not a savage. So I hand her $20 and say, I gotta go to the bathroom and I'm gone. So the next day, I call my best friend Brian and I'm telling him about it. And he's like, dude, what the hell did you do that for? He was like, that's so screwed up. And I said, I did her a favor. And mind you, Brian's been married for like 10 years. He's got 2 kids. He's like father of the year. He coaches their little league teams. And he said, explain to me how that was a favor. And I said, she's a young girl. It's 7 o'clock at night in New York. She can go out, have a good time, maybe meet somebody else. And if that doesn't happen, she can call her friend in the morning, tell her what a toad I was. I had warts. It's a win-win situation. And he goes, you are such a male chauvinistic pig. And I said, well, I think I was being a gentleman. Best case scenario, we take each other hostage for a year. We end up with some really cool scars. Then we got to go to court and have a custody battle over a dog. So I can just see I'm not going to win this conversation with him. So finally I go, Brian, on our next guy's night out, we'll get a couple bottles of Zinfandel and we'll rent Beauty and the Beast. Obviously, Brian's wife does not let him hang around me a lot. Last time I was actually over their house, I drank all their liquor and took a nap on the kitchen floor. You would be amazed to see the looks you get from people when you wake up on their kitchen floor. Like, you've never seen anybody take a nap on the kitchen floor. Anyways, you know, from time to time in my life, I've struggled with drinking. I used to go to detoxes and rehabs, but I could just leave there whenever I wanted, so I started checking into psych wards. I gotta say, out of all the psych wards I've ever been in, Bellevue is by far the best. You get a beautiful view of the Manhattan skyline on the Lower East Side. You get to play ping pong and the winner gets control of the radio. Thinking back on that, I'm not sure how therapeutic that is. I was one of those guys that would get drunk, listen to the same song for 4 hours, wake up in the morning and think I had found the answers to life. You know, we'd have like a patient meeting in the morning with the staff or the inmates, however you want to articulate it, and you know, I would feel like I was on Jeopardy. I'd be like, can I get schizophrenia for 200, please? And they'd be like, no, sorry, that guy's got it. I'd be like, all right, I'll take psychosis for 1,000. And it'd be like, doo-doo, you know, daily double. And they'd be like, tell him what he's won. He's just been subpoenaed for his next restraining order case. Glad you guys didn't like that, because I might need some of you for character witnesses at my next hearing. You know, so it reminds me of a story. I'm out in California a couple years ago, and I'm looking for coke. And I'm with a lady of the night, working girl, if you will. You know, you gotta be respectful, or as my grandmother would say, you still fucking with them filthy whores? So, you know, she's like, I can get crystal. I had never smoked crystal. I'm half in the bag. I'm like, let's go with it. Within 10 minutes, I'm thinking this woman's Jesus Christ. She's got a roommate. They're living in a motel, another lady of the night. I'm thinking she's the devil. All I can think at this point is, I can't ask Jesus Christ for a blowjob. But back to the hospital, you know, when you're in the hospital, there's always this little guy who's between 5'3" and 5'7". He knows Kung Fu. He looks like a cross between a Tasmanian devil and a Ninja Turtle. When he's been on the floor for 12 hours, they have him strapped to the chair, they're shooting him in the ass with Thorazine. He's spitting, he's trying to bite everybody, so then they break the Hannibal Lecter mouth guard out. You know, it's a cross between elementary school and jail. You know, there's another guy on the unit. You know, he's like 6'5", weighs between 275 and 300 pounds. He has nobody to talk to, so he'll just rip the phone out of the wall. Then he'll proceed to go lay down in his bed, face down with his pants down to his ankles. So I guess what I'm trying to say is if you're running low on cash this summer and you're looking for a nice vacation spot, singles, I mean, there's plenty of available women there too if you're trying to take somebody home to mom and dad. It's just a suggestion. You guys have been great, except for this area over here. Thank you, I'm Adam.
One more time for Adam Morris, everybody. All right.